Live from Radio Park, it's the Mad City Music Show with a rock and roll mama of the airwaves, Sue Peterson, on 101.5 WIBA FM, Madison, the home of rock and roll.
Hey, how you doing? Living and dying in the coffee generation. Don't be afraid. Medicine. Evil Double single. Oh, yeah. Big Strong House, one of my favorites. Perfect New. Ghost Stories from Lonesome County. Fly Overland, Linus, and their latest C'est La Vie. I am here tonight with Marques Bovre and the Evil Twins. We're just going to get started live with these guys. You know them and you love them, so let's do it. It's a Mad City Music Show on 101.5 WIBA FM.
Love is just everywhere. Look in your heart, find it there. Fall from the sky and the blink of an eye, because love is everywhere. Electric chair in the heart of the city, nobody's there. Simple disguise and infinite size, and love, love, love. Every daughter, every son, seed in your soul that can fill up the hole. Love is in
Show on 101.5 WIBA FM. That was live. Great job, you guys. That was excellent. Now we're going to play one more from their latest CD, and this one's recorded. It's called Time Machine on 101.5 WIBA FM.
Shoestring budget, baby. They couldn't read, they couldn't write. There wasn't anything to do but kill some things to eat and make some babies. You can bet they didn't dream about no pyramid schemes, just lots of sex and violence and fitful little dreams. But they picked them up and they put them down and they found a better way to eat that meat tartare and make some babies. and the women were like cattle. But all of this was as it should be, sacred in design. It proved itself in battle after battle. But they were all barbarians, their brains were pretty small. Hell, even kings smelled pretty bad, their toothless grins and all. If I had a time machine, I'd go back to those days. I'd treat the women well and make some babies. Everything is relative every now and then. My time machine might be as for ill by some evil man. Geraldo, the Rivera just might take us for a spin. Might go back and make some ugly babies. Well, Plato is the progress of this animal called man. But only 'cause his brain is always looking. 'Cause when the thumb's opposable, the outcome is predictable. Comedies and tragedies just lurking. I guess that's what I like about us, genocides aside. We're always thinking that we'll change there on the other side. If I had a time machine, I think I would go everywhere, eating Chinese food and making babies. Yeah, if I had a time machine, I'd change myself and everything, ride around forever making babies.
.5 WIBA FM. Madison's home of rock and roll, the Mad City Music Show with Marques Bovre and the Evil Twins. That one from C'est La Vie, their latest CD, and that was called Time Machine. How you guys doing?
Great.
Well,
I'm quite pleased to have you here. I don't know if you've heard me all week long, but I've been talking about high rollin', getting you guys in here, because I think you're one of the best bands in Madison tonight, and I know I'm not alone with that. I'm not just, well, I can't say that on the web,
my
but
mom
you know what I mean.
says that too.
Yeah, right. At any rate, I'd like you to meet Doug, the bass player for Marques Bovre and the Evil Twins.
Hello there.
Then we have Eric on drums.
How are you doing out there?
Infamous Linus on guitars and stuff.
Greetings.
Marques Bovre.
Hello.
And then we have CJ over there in the corner. I guess you're kind of the newest member. Is that correct, CJ?
That's correct.
No, tell me, did you just join the band, or what?
Well, I came in for the last album to do some keyboard work, and I just stayed. They couldn't get rid of me.
No kidding. That's kind of a good deal, huh?
Yeah.
Did you know anything about the band beforehand?
Yeah, I'd definitely heard of the band before.
So you'd heard of them before, so I knew.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, that's good. Congratulations. Lucky guy that you are. So what's been going on with you guys? You guys have been around a while, and I was reading your stuff about when you got started. When did you guys meet? I mean, you didn't go to high school together, obviously. It looks like you're from all different towns.
Doug and I did.
Paoli.
Doug and I went to school together.
Oh, did you?
Yes, we went to Sunday school together.
Oh,
fact.
Sunday school. That's fond memories, I'm sure.
He was
yes.
paying attention and I wasn't.
Yeah, you were thinking about music, weren't you?
Definitely was.
So, growing up in Paoli, do you ever get up there much anymore?
You know, I don't get around there much. It doesn't seem like there's many of the old people that I grew up with around there.
Your family's not there anymore?
I think they're all in prison. But
They're all in prison. High crime country, huh?
Yes, yeah.
Up there. When did you guys get together?
we got together in about 1988. Oh, back in 88.
Way back then.
So we've been together ever since then in various incarnations. I think Eric came on board in 1990, and Linus I think we were in 89. And, of course, CJ just very recently. So, yeah.
So what's been going on with you guys? You have been a bit out of commission for a while. I mean, you guys play everywhere, and I told you earlier one of the other reasons I had you in here is because it's hard to get into your shows because there's so many people there. I mean, you guys pack the houses, and you haven't been around for a while. So what's been going on? You want to talk about that a little bit?
Well, I've been laid up for a while. I had some a hip replacement surgery in December, and so I was out of commission for about a month and a half there, and now we're back on track with that.
Now, was that from too much jumping around, or was it just a goofy hip you had going on?
It was I have a bad body, basically.
Oh, I see.
Arthritic condition in most of my joints. So,
So, but you're doing better now. I
Yes,
mean, you
I
look
am.
like you're walking better.
I get around.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's nice to have you back. So you guys are jumping back into the swing of things.
I think so. I'm got another baby coming, so who knows what that'll do to us.
Yes. Now, I read nothing. I read tons of stuff in the papers about your wedding. It was everywhere. All the parties you had, didn't you have a big bash at like Chris? I was like, God, I don't even know him, and I don't think I'm going to go to his wedding party. It must have been a pretty big deal.
We're media sluts. I mean, we'll use any excuse to get in the paper. Yeah.
Gotta have a gimmick.
So you got married, and
The
that
whole
was,
marriage was a sham, in fact.
and that wasn't that long ago either. How long ago did you get married?
I got married in
Teresa, or
19...
Therese, is her name?
Tracy, actually. It's spelled Therese, but
Oh, and
it's pronounced Tracy. It's
Isn't
very...
that
it's
interesting? Like
Tracy.
Sade type of
Yeah,
thing.
well, her parents did it to her, yeah.
Just like that.
Yeah. But, we've been married for going on 5 years now, so...
Oh, it's been 5. God, it doesn't even seem like that long when I was reading all that and stuff in the
Time
paper.
flew.
I guess so, huh? So, you're happy. You got another baby on the way.
Yes.
And you're getting back into the club scene.
We're working on that. Yep, we're playing around. We had a couple shows now that we've got under our belts, and we're feeling our oats again.
Yeah, is it hard to get back into the swing of things after you take... We were just asking, I think it was CJ earlier, I think Greg Ginter said, did the people, you guys all enjoy your time off? And they said, well, we kind of like to play. So I guess they didn't enjoy their time off as much as we would have thought, maybe.
Well, some of the time off was spent in the studio. Our drummer Eric has another side project called Dala he was working on, and Marcus has been working on a solo acoustic record that has become a little less acoustic, but is still in that direction. And Doug, our bass player, has been sort of engineering all of that. So even though we weren't gigging out a lot, we were still spending a lot of time in the studio working on.
So you have a lot of the freedom within your group to do your solo stuff. I noticed that you have been at a few of the clubs doing Art House or somewhere down there doing solo stuff.
Yeah.
So you all delve into your own little special projects when you feel like it, I guess,
yeah.
and you have to, when you have time.
There's too much music in all of us to be contained in one band.
Well, good for you. That sounds
We've got to
good.
let it out.
That sounds good. What about your solo, Linus? Now, John from Sleepless Nights was just raving about that. We tried to get a copy of it earlier so we could play it before the show
I
started.
think they're sold out, aren't they?
Apparently they're sold out. We had people traveling all over the county to look for copies. And
I think they can still find some in the stores if they try.
so that's called Just Linus, correct?
Called Linus.
Simply Linus.
Simply Linus. And actually, it features just about everybody in the band in some form or another. Mr. Douglas, our bass player, he and I pretty much recorded the thing together, and Eric played drums, and Marcus sat in on it, and everybody was involved in some way. But it was just songs that didn't fit real well in the Marques Bovre Evil Twins format, and just did it. It was a lot of fun.
Now, was that the one you did work with Doug Erickson from Garbage? I see you were working with him on that one, too. He's quite the king.
Actually, that was
not
Ghost
that
Stories
one.
from Lonesome County. We did that.
Oh, was that the one?
Yeah. it was a
Oh,
few
that's
years
right. That's
back.
what I was
Yeah.
reading here.
Yeah.
What a great CD that is. I listened to that whole thing, and I just love the cover, too. Both of these,
Scary.
actually. Whatever happened? Okay, I have to. This is my own personal question. Girls Who Like Girls. I love that song. So that used to be the big, the big song that you... I used to hear that every time I used to see you play
It's
live.
kind of like a hit for us, I guess. People always
It was a
ask
hit.
for it. Yeah.
I mean, that's the one I heard the most when I
Wacky.
first heard you.
People from as far away as Iowa have heard of that song.
I believe it. Now, I know you guys were recognized by Musician Magazine as one of the best unsigned bands.
Yeah, it was in 90.
Didn't you get a review?
But we're still unsigned, which is an incredible thing.
So
No,
maybe
but-
that means something.
Didn't you have a review? Now, I totally may be wrong about this, and I just thought of this. Didn't you get a review once in Rolling Stone?
No.
I could have
Not
sworn you
really
did.
sure. We got something in Billboard.
Oh, was it in Billboard?
Billboard, yeah. And I don't know.
We try not to pick about this.
We've had brushes with nationality, but
I asked you guys this earlier, a couple of you earlier. Why haven't you guys made it? I think that you guys should be national. I don't believe that you aren't national. And I guess I was thinking earlier, sometimes bands just don't want to leave the area and they're just not into the whole national thing. But I guess that wasn't the place with you. It just hasn't happened.
yeah. Well, and now it's more a matter of a lot of us are kind of rooted now, so it is hard to get on the road. And I mean, my day job is to take care of my daughter, and I've got another one coming, so
Right.
it doesn't make me very mobile.
Right.
So I'm holding these guys back, basically.
I think your songs are all catchy. I think that everybody sings along with them, and at your shows, I know everybody knows the words to every one of the songs. And I think your songs put me in a good mood. Now, I was reading about your dark days early on in your life, and songs that you wrote that you thought were kind of depressing.
I was
I
a
guess.
somber youth. Yes.
Yeah, a somber youth. But I don't feel that way. Even about some of the sad songs you write now, actually, I think are. I put on Marques Bovre, and it puts me in a good mood. and the Evil Twins. It puts me in a good mood. Your
that's
music.
the ultimate compliment. Thank you.
Well, thank you. And I think, I think it does that for everybody because I think you guys are the talk of the town. And I for one, am really glad you're back into the scene again. We were worried.
Well,
it was a while.
Fear not.
Fear not.
We're here.
We're going to do, let's see, what are we going to do? Yeah, we're going to do another live
Do that
song.
live thing.
I had to look at my producer to make sure I do everything right. So we're going to play another song live next, and we're going to talk a little bit more with Marques Bovre and the Evil Twins on the Mad City Music Show on 101.5 WIBA FM.
Back to the local music. Take a bit of sophistication, add a dash of suppressed anger, and mix it all with just the right amount of funk. Smell good? You bet. Live from Radio Park, the Mad City Music Show on 101.5 WIBA FM.
We are here tonight with Marques Bovre and the Evil Twins, and I'm going to get as much live out of you guys as I possibly can. This is another one from their latest C'est La Vie. This is called Feelin Dead on 101.5 WIBA FM.
Woke up the other day, my brain was on, it was A-okay. Something turned up missing from my picture frame. You know what they say, we all gotta go someday. Then it's ashes on the ashes and a dirty shame. Oh, but I've been naked and dead. Give it all away on the day you die. You just sit and watch your buddies climb the tree. Don't get me wrong, I like it fine, but my body was a friend of mine, and I still ain't seen my soul. It just worries me. My body, my brain, and my soul were one. And we laughed. Don't know. I've been running around this town like a man that lost his soul. I'm feeling dead, locked in my brain, and I search the halls of heaven for my soul in waiting room, just a drinking in the sweet perfume. Gonna pull myself together if it's in the plan. That carousel just go round and round. My missing soul has not been found. I don't mean to seem like some ungrateful former man. I'm an addict and dead. Just don't know. I've been running around this town like a
Marques Bovre and the Evil Twins live on the Mad City Music Show. Greg just said, this is the best band we've ever had in here. And I do believe you're right. We're going to do another recorded one before we talk to the guys some more because I have a million questions for these guys. This one's called Remember Me from 101.5 WIBA FM.
By the side of the road, dear God, my life was a broken down jalopy. AAA car was on double overload. You got lost and I got sloppy. Steam pouring out of a rusty hood on a lost highway. Philco radio singing on our hey, hey, goodbye. Remember me, I was the poster boy for long, and when you set me so free, you set me free, with the sail off it, I wanna know that you remember me. From the passion in the chorus of an oil-listen tune, to the smoking heat of a backseat barbecue. Never caught an even break, I never sucked a silver spoon, but I felt like the king of Spain every time I hit you. Do you think of these things when you make love to your vice president? Do I have a face? Is it still a space to consider looking? Remember me, remember me. I was the poster boy for long, and when you set me so free, you set me free. C'est la vie. I wanna know that you remember me. I thought I lost it all those years ago when you didn't see it, but it burned these days like a hot summer heat, just the way that it did. Never could pronounce your favorite book. I never stuck my foot off the edge of this little world. Never had the brains and I no longer have the looks. Still got the heart, but it belongs to a little girl. Don't kid myself when I think of you, it's just curiosity. Spent all these years now shaking you, do you even remember me? Remember me, I was the poster boy for lonely when you set me so free, set me free. When I said I did, I wanna know that you remember me. I wanna know that you remember me. I wanna know that you remember me.
101.5 WIBA FM, the Mad City Music Show with Marques Bovre. Hey, and the Evil Twins. That one was called Remember Me. What a beautiful song, and I loved Feelin Dead live. Marques, what about Feelin Dead? What's that song all about?
What's it about?
I wanna know.
Gosh. Well, that's a tough one. I suppose originally I wrote it because, well, it's kind of sacrilegious, but when I heard Jerry Garcia died, when I heard that 10,000 times, I was thinking, I wonder if anybody told Jerry.
Probably not. That's my guess. Tell me, I want to know a couple things. First of all, Linus, is that your real name?
Linus is not my real name, no.
Oh, wait, see, and here I thought to myself, well, of course it's his real name. It's probably going to be his real name, but it's not, so tell me about that.
It's a nickname some friends gave me in high school. Some friends that went by the names of Wally, Eddie, and Beeve gave me that name, and it was in front of the whole, all my senior high class, so about 120 people, when Wally stood up and screamed, Bowser, which was my nickname at the time. You see, Bowser looks like Linus, and so my whole class was chanting Linus, Linus, Linus. And luckily I liked it. Otherwise it would have been a real problem. So it's been Linus ever since.
And then he all broke into
Yeah, there you have it. And you look a little bit like Linus.
Yeah,
just a little bit.
That was why.
Also, I want to know. Tell me about your first guitar. It's kind of a funny story, and when I was looking through you guys' stuff, I laughed my butt off when I read it. So I really want to know about your first guitar.
Yeah, that story's on our website, which is www.mbet.com.
A good website too, by the way. It's very informative. They have all sorts of groovy stuff on it.
Plug that one. When I was a kid, I got my first guitar when I was 10, but about a year and a half later, I really wanted an electric guitar, and my dad just was not willing to do that yet. So I found my golden passbook where my college money was stored, and went to the bank and withdrew enough money to go and buy this electric guitar, but stashed it at a friend's house. And the friend's father found out and called my dad and said, I think Brian's keeping a guitar here.
You must have been so cute in that guitar store with all your little wad of money saying, I want my guitar, I want that guitar over there. What kind of guitar was it?
Actually, it was a really awful K plywood guitar. If you looked at the side of it, you could see the different laminations of plywood. It was really horrendous. It looked like Angus Young's guitar, though. It looked really cool from the front, but just don't look at the side. And he confronted me about it, and I said I earned the money mowing a lawn. And he, said, get in the car, we're going to go to this lady's house. And we drove around just aimlessly, and I would say, turn right, turn left, turn right, just aimlessly. And finally, when I knew I just couldn't sweat it out any longer, I just pointed at a house, and I said, that's the one. And we went up to the door and knocked on the door, and this kind little old lady came to the door, and my dad explained the story. That apparently I'd been mowing her lawn, and he didn't know about this all summer. And she looked at me, and she looked at my dad, and she said, yep, that's right. And I had never seen this lady before. She had never seen me. I don't know if she was senile or she just saw how frightened I looked.
Did you send her a thank you card or something?
I was just so glad that I was still living that I just let it go.
So I guess your dad knows now, doesn't he?
Well, actually he doesn't really have tied into this whole computer age, so he hasn't read the website, and I'm not sure if he's listening tonight. So if he's listening, Dad, sorry. Otherwise, he still doesn't know.
Is Marques Bovre your real name, my friend?
It is. Always has been.
And I spelled it wrong on there. In fact, I see that I did. That's the Marcus Amphitheater I got on you.
Oh, that's okay.
It's actually Marqu.
Well, it was originally spelled Cus, but when I was in 6th grade, I liked Marcus Haynes from the Harlem Globetrotters, so I changed it.
Oh, the Harlem Globetrotters,
yes.
huh?
He was a wizard ball handler.
Isn't that interesting?
Yes.
Who does the writing in this unit here?
Well, I do a lot of it. I used to do all of it. Now I just do a lot of it. And now Linus has co-written some songs with me, and everybody kind of has a hand in the arrangement of songs, and so.
Where does all this stuff come from? I was reading about your angel. Tell me about that.
Oh, it's just a, I don't know, it's a strange place where my head goes, and angels are pretty trendy these days, and so.
But it sounds like you've had this one for a long time.
Well, yeah.
Steve, you think his name is...
Steve, the angel is Steve.
How did that come about? I mean, how did you think? I think his name is Steve.
I just spent a lot of time by myself as a child, probably more than I should have, and sat a lot in empty
Are you an
rooms.
only child?
No, well, I was until I was 5, and then all hell broke loose, and I
So
had
give
a
you
sister.
plenty of time to fantasize and
sure.
get into your own
I wouldn't
world.
call it a fantasy, but I never thought I'd be writing your magazine, yes. Not his real name.
It's pretty incredible. Every CD, now I was looking through your list here. In fact, I read the titles of all the CDs, and 10 of them, well, of course, that's including Linus' solo. It's really something. You guys have quite a collection. And I believe you've recorded these at, you did a couple at Sleepless, you did several at Smarts.
That's right.
So, any other studios involved in the making of all these?
Our own Meat Locker we've recorded several in. And
that's a little thing you set up yourself.
It's where
Medicine in 1990 was recorded in the Meat Locker, and actually the most recent stuff is recorded on our gear and then mixed down at other places. So we've just been sort of accumulating all this recording gear over the years, and now have enough to be able to do our own.
Excellent. We're gonna hear another song right now. We're gonna come back and talk to these guys in just a little bit. This is kind of an interesting song. Tell me, Marcus, real quick, Ixonia. Tell me about this song.
It was a song for our former sound person, Sarah, who always wanted to be named Ixonia Sullivan every time we'd go past the Sullivan-Ixonia exit. So I kind of combined that with every fantasy I ever had about my first den mother.
It's Marques Bovre and the Evil Twins on the Mad City Music Show, live from Radio Park at 101.5 WIBA FM.
Sullivan come to town when the boys in Scout Troop 12 was down to the last hurrah. Just feeling kinda wrong, feeling kinda mean. Ixonia said, stand at attention, boys, gonna have a little fun, make a little noise. I'm a good den mother, I'm a bad den mother, and a lover of the scene. Ixonia, you're walking in my city. Ixonia, be such a whiz-bang troop. Now we're sitting in the middle of our own pea soup. Ixonia, Ixonia will never be the same. Ixonia, Ixonia, you're walking in my city. Ixonia, Ixonia, I feel like such a freak. Ixonia, Ixonia, you're turning on my career. Ixonia, Ixonia, it makes me want to scream when you're away, away. Scream when you're away, away.
Marques Bovre and the Evil Twins on the Mad City Music Show on 101.5 WIBA FM. That one, Ixonia. You should call it Ixonia Sullivan, I think.
Didn't we?
Let's change. No, it's just Ixonia.
What the hell were we thinking?
It's just Ixonia. I think you need to have the whole story in there.
We're cutting costs.
Oh, my God. All right, let's find out a lot of things. First of all, before we run out of time, I want to know, now you've got all these 10 titles of music. Also, I see you're on some compilations here. Tempted, what is this?
Tempted Bugler.
Tempted Bugler, Album Network's Best Unsigned Bands, American Streets and Cafes, and Gag Me With a Spoon. Oh, 8675309 Jenny.
K-Tel's Best of 89.
Yeah, I guess. How do you get, I mean, are these available? Can I go out and buy this 1 through 10 list from 87 to 97?
Not all of them.
No, you can't. You can pretty much buy 1990 on.
1990 on.
Yeah.
So,
From
yeah.
Medicine on up.
Now, if I want to go get Big Strong House, which I already own, and if I wanted to get Ghost Stories from Lonesome County, which I already own, or if I wanted to get Flyoverland, which I already own, where would I go to get these?
Exclusive Company, B-Side Records, Mad City Music Exchange, Discs, Barnes & Noble, Sam Goody. All of those will have the newest stuff.
And at our shows.
And at our shows is a great place to buy anything.
Speaking of shows, where are you going next?
Next, we're going to be at the Club Tavern on the 17th.
Ooh, Moose's Club. That's so fun out there all the time.
Yeah!
He's awesome, isn't he? Yeah.
17th of April at the Club Tavern. And, of course, we're going to be up in Stevens Point on the 2nd of May.
May is 5.
You know, May is 5. Everything's 5/2. That's May.
Most of the bands
That's a lot of math for one
don't
guy.
have any idea where they're going to be for the most part. I usually have to give them that information, which I believe I just did, didn't I?
Yeah, thank you.
Now, what was my other question? I wanted to ask you. Oh, website.
Yeah.
Let's give it again.
Yes.
www.mbet.com.
Marques Bovre and Evil Twins, MBET.
Sounds good. And how can club owners, I know there's a lot listening. I got a few calls from Rockford tonight and also a couple calls from Madison, as far as club owners wanting to book shows. So how would they get a hold of you to do that?
Oh, they should contact our manager, Mr. Scott Stewart, and he's at 221-8450.
Say it again.
221-8450.
So don't forget, order before midnight.
Eric, what do you have to say? I haven't heard a word out of you yet. Or CJ, you guys get over here.
Well, these guys talk so much.
Talk so quickly.
Very comfortable, just kind of...
Eric, why don't you talk about your little side thing you got going on there?
Well, I don't like to call it a side thing.
Or a little side thing either.
Yeah,
That doesn't
right,
sound very
exactly.
nice, does it? Your little side thing. Your big side thing.
A couple good friends of mine and myself put together a project last spring. We're called Doll, and we have a show coming up this next Friday at the Union Rathskeller. So come on down, check us out.
So that's a whole different twist from...
Whole different thing. Yep.
What kind of music are we talking?
It's really hard to pigeonhole. Our singer Tina just has an incredible voice. So it's kind of acoustic-y, funky.
She has
R&B kind
3
of stuff.
lungs.
Yeah, it's very good stuff.
She's done some background singing on some of our material, and that's sort of how we first met her. So, very good singer.
We just heard we heard her on our record, and we said, who is that? And there it was.
And there it was. Yeah. Well, I think we're going to go back and do some live stuff because, boy, you guys are awesome. And I want to thank you once again for being here, as I will do at the end of the show. I can't get enough of your band, and I love all your CDs. And playing live is wonderful. I'm glad we get the opportunity to do that with you here on the Mad City Music Show. So, but before we do that, we're going to give away a couple of CDs from Marques Bovre and the Evil Twins. I've got C'est la Vie, a copy for the 9th caller and the 10th caller right now at 281-1015 or star 1015 on your Ameritech cellular, and we'll be right back with Marques Bovre and the Evil Twins.
It takes a live wire to do a live music show.
Very underground, very heavy, a kind of very deep head kind of music.
Sue Peterson live from Radio Park with a Mad City Music Show on 101.5 WIBA FM.
Congratulations going out to Dwayne Tim of Sun Prairie and also Eric Mays of Edgerton. They, in fact, were the 9th and 10th callers on the studio line and got themselves a copy of just a wonderful CD called C'est la Vie from Marques Bovre and the Evil Twins. Before we get going with some more live stuff here, I want to give you their hotline number. Now, you can get all sorts of information from these guys and find out where they're playing. And from what they tell me, they're going to be playing all over the place this summer. So they're back. Get out and see them. Marques Bovre and the Evil Twins. Their number is 221-1992. That's 221-1992. We're going to do another live one now. This one is called Dry Bones. Marques Bovre and the Evil Twins on the Mad City Music Show on 101.5 WIBA FM.
I've been talking up a storm with the dry bones in the valley of the sons of the dust, where adrift the best road, no stone down upon the ways of the wicked and the just. And so I said to the bones, come on and walk it on home. You've been slain in vain, you've been raised in a trust. And so the living breeze set all the dry bones free in the valley of the sons of the dust. Them dry bones could have been my bones. Them rattling bones could have been my own. Holocaust, did you better choose where you're enemy? Cause the sins are your own against to the bone in a bloody ceremony by the sea. Them 4 bones could have been your bones. Them 9 bones could have been your own. Coliseum crowd with a line singing hungry harmony. And I close my eyes when it gets too loud, knowing Daniel is keeping me in cage. Standing all alone in a room full of bones, the living breeze flowing out of me. And the crowd goes home and they take off the bones with the line singing hungry harmony. So if I'm making like an ass with the jawbone, cause I'm kicking like a mule to roll at the stone. I've been talking up a storm with the dry bones in the valley of the sons of the dust, where I dressed the best road, no stone down upon the ways of the wicked and the just. I said to the bones, I'm gonna walk the home and slave they ain't even raised in a trust. So the living breeze set all the dry bones free in the valley of the sons of the dust. Them dry bones could have been my bones. Them rattling bones could have been my own.
Marques Bovre and the Evil Twins live on the Mad City Music Show on 101.5 WIBA FM. We're coming right back. Stick around.
Back to the local music. Take a bit of sophistication, add a dash of suppressed anger, and mix it all with just the right amount of funk. Smell good? You bet. Live from Radio Park, the Mad City Music Show on 101.5 WIBA FM.
Wow, wow, wow. What a wonderful show we've had thus far, and I hate for it to come to a close, but in fact it must. I want to thank John from Sleepless Nights who, he's my sound god, and I say that every time. Also want to thank Marques Bovre and the Evil Twins for giving me an hour of their life, which has been very, very pleasurable to me. Next week, we're having Common Faces on the show. That should be another awesome one. And we're going to finish up right now with a song that actually, I listened to this whole CD the other night. Actually, I listened to several of them. And this CD is called Ghost Stories from Lonesome County, and this one's called Lonesome County. It's Marques Bovre and the Evil Twins. Thanks, you guys. From 101.5 WIBA FM.
This used to be a railroad town. You got your river running muddy each way to solid ground. You got your funeral procession every Tuesday man that never let you down. Well, my baby, well, my baby, I wake up swimming in a cold sweat, screaming, where is my baby? I'm in a Motel 6, hiding in the middle of the sticks in Lonesome County. They tell me Truman come through, it was in 1948. One time Geraldo Rivera has directions getting to the interstate. And me, my car broke down, they can't get the parking, so I got away. Well, my baby, well, my baby, I wake up swimming in a pool of cold sweat, screaming, where is my baby? I'm in a Motel 6, hiding in the middle of the sticks in Lonesome County. Bang! I guess the Klan moved in about the time that all the jobs moved out. Yeah, them men in uniform just make their townies off the west end shout. I ain't a whistling Dixie, it's a hard and it ain't no doubt. Well, my baby, well, my baby, I wake up swimming in a pool of cold sweat, screaming, where is my baby? I'm in a Motel 6, hiding in the middle of the sticks in Lonesome County. I don't mind the dead animal heads down at the local cafe. I don't mind the velvet Elvises, a humor from the local DJ. But all these pictures of McCarthy got me thinking that I better get away. Hey, 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 well, my baby, well, my baby, I wake up swimming in a pool of cold sweat, screaming, where is my baby? I'm in a Motel 6, hiding in the middle of the sticks in Lonesome County. Hey, 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 hey.
listening to the Mad City Music Show, hosted by Sue Peterson and produced by Will Becker. It's brought to you in part by Rocky Rococo Pizza, West Beltline Highway, and The Guitar Shop, 2215 Atwood Avenue. A very special thanks to John Machnik of Sleepless Nights, who provides the high-quality sound for each and every live show. We would also like to thank Mark from Hard Knocks Records. Now, if your band would like to be part of the Mad City Music Show, just send your music along with your band bio to Sue Peterson in care of WIBA-FM Radio, Madison, Wisconsin 53701. We'll catch you next Sunday night at 9, and hey, support local music with 101.5 WIBA-FM Madison.
In the Studio is sponsored this week by the U.S. Air Force.